But yeah, today's star of the day, we're going to be drafting some games for the Sega Genesis Mini. So far, 10 games have been announced already out of the 40 games. We got Sonic 1, Echo the Dolphin, Castlevania Bloodlines, Space Harrier 2, Shining Force, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, Toe Jam and Earl number 1, Comic Zone, Altered Beast, and Gunstar Heroes. So what we're going to be doing is your basic snake draft between the four of us, and we're each going to pick 9 games each. I guess starting with me.
Wait, don't forget to go over how the points work.
Points are exactly how we did the PlayStation Classic draft. If you get the game correct, like the exact game correct, we'll give you 1 point. And if you get the series correct, not the game itself correct, we'll give you half a point.
And that
So
doesn't count offshoots.
yeah, and it doesn't count any of the ones already announced, obviously. So yeah, let's get into it. Number 1 pick. Oh damn it! I just closed the spreadsheet.
Oh,
We're off to a great
Oh
start
no, wait,
here.
hold on.
yes.
No, we're good.
Professional.
Okay. Hold on. I gotta switch scenes. This is very
Wait,
confusing.
it came up and it went away.
All right. Number 1 pick, obviously, Mortal Kombat 3.
Obviously. You do
Obviously.
realize this is only coming with the 3-button controller, right?
No. But obviously, Mortal Kombat 3 is going to be on there, or at least one of the Mortal Kombats have to be on there, right?
It's going to be 2.
You like 2 better than 3?
I like 2. You got the introduction of Baraka in there. It's my preferred of the combats.
But what about the robots? Weren't they in 3?
3. Cyrex was my guy, and that was 3.
I played the shit out of 1 when it came out because the Genesis had the blood code.
Yep.
ABA.
Yep.
This old boy, they let me play when I was like, 6 when it came out?
Yeah.
Play the shit out of that.
I
I remember-
only ever had 2 moves, and that was the quick punch and the uppercut.
Liu
That was it.
Kang, and I remember the day we bought it at Hills in Monroeville. I remember buying it and opening it up in the parking lot and thinking, like, how the fuck are they letting me play this? And playing the shit out of it.
Were there ratings back then?
No,
games?
this was one of the first. This was one of the first games that.
It is
Mortal Kombat 3
rated-
had a rating. Mortal Kombat
It's
1.
rated MA13 for mature audiences.
The
MA13.
Or
outrage
other
of
labels.
Mortal Kombat led to the ESRB.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember about Hills was that Hills by our house had a lot of seagulls that lived in the parking lot. I don't know anything
But it
about
was
the Sega
nowhere-
Genesis, so
nowhere
this is the only thing
near
that I had to add.
I think I lost a lot of my memory in that I remember playing a shitload of these games, but I have no idea how or where I got them. I just had them. But
Video game rental stores.
Yeah,
yeah,
Blockbuster. Definitely.
but I could go through
Instant
my,
Replay Video 286 in Plumboro.
I could go through my closet and I have like Ghostbusters and Mortal Kombat and a bunch of the other things, and I'm like, when did I get these? Did I buy them? Did somebody give them to me? Where did they come from?
So I would have been like 4, 5, 6 when I first dug deep into the Genesis library. And like, shout out to my fucking parents because these games showed up regularly. Like, you don't get a ridiculous, stupid collection like this without somebody buying some games.
Definitely.
Did
And I
they
know
buy
I
them
want-
at the same rate at which you're currently buying them?
Oh fuck no, yeah, they're not that insane.
All right, let's move on because Mortal Kombat is definitely a given. Steve, you got the number 2 pick.
Yeah, so I'm picking all the games that I actually played for the most part and enjoyed. So I'm gonna go past some of like the super obvious choices.
I'm
Go things I
taking
wanna
your
see.
I'm taking your route because I don't give a shit if I get points. I want to talk about some old games.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go for a bitch move right off the bat and say Sonic the Hedgehog Spinball. I played the shit out of that, and I really enjoyed it. It was one of those games that like I would sit there with a library and poke through, and as soon as I came to that one, it's like that movie you always watch on cable. It was just like, yeah, I'm gonna throw this in and play for a round or two, and then move on to something else. Just every time I picked it up, that's what I was going for.
I think it's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
so
paintballized everything back then.
yeah, it's definitely a solid game. And since the Sonic the Hedgehog, the standard franchise is already picked, I don't want to go for like 2 or 3 or CD or whatever.
I wasn't.
You're up.
I wasn't told Sega CD games were in this because I played Mad Dog McCree the other day, and it is
Ooh.
fucking brutal on your eyes.
I had that
don't
on the
believe-
computer. I love playing that game. Mad Dog.
Now is it my pick or is
Yes.
it Dan's
No,
pick?
it's Dance Pick.
Is it
That's what I
mine?
thought. I'm not fucking dropping
Dude,
this
you're the
banger
newest
off
one
so
here.
early.
You don't
Yeah.
get the third pick.
All right, Dan, what's the top seller that you found off a list?
What's
No,
number
I mean,
one on Game
the
Watch?
games that I know of are going to be games that were like, cross.
What did Watch
cross-play.
Mojo pick for you?
I'm going to go with let's go Streets of Rage 2.
Solid choice.
Played it on the NES, Super Nintendo,
Oh man, why did the formatting get all messed up?
because it's huge. Let me erase the
Oh,
Japanese.
that is a name.
Wait, yeah, hold on.
You gotta delete it from the.
Can we make the actual pick not get bigger, or is that not possible?
Well, you haven't actually changed over to the the spreadsheet, so it really doesn't matter.
No, yeah, I am.
Yeah, he is.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Sure,
I'm looking
why
on the
not?
screen.
Do you have Streets of Rage, Jeff?
I played one of them on a Sega CD collection, and I don't remember which one it was. But through the magic of video game rentals, yes, I have played Streets of Rage 2 that you picked.
Oh, I just meant, did you have the cartridge to hold
Oh,
up
I
and
do
show
not.
us?
I do not have the cartridge to be a dick about and be like, I have it too.
No,
That's my next pick.
Streets of Rage 2. Yeah. Personally, I never played it.
Good.
So beat him up.
Like isometric kind of, turtle in time style brawler. Good time.
All right. All right. The first game I'm picking is also going to be the hardest game named today and is an absolute gem. If you have the money to find an original cartridge, fuck it, steal it. Just play the ROM. Is Ghouls and Ghosts.
well, there
Ghouls
goes
and
that one.
Ghosts.
Ghouls and Ghosts is an absolutely phenomenal, frustrating game that is the hardest fucking game in the world. And then when you get to the end of it, they go, just kidding, do it again. And you have to beat it a second time, and it's just as fucking hard. I watched my older brother beat this one time in my life. I'm 32. I've only ever seen this game beaten once.
It's kind of how I've never seen anyone actually beat Echo the Dolphin. I'm not sure it's possible.
Is there game to Echo the Dolphin? I've never done
don't
anything
know.
more than
I
just
don't-
fucking swim around as a
Yeah,
dolphin,
like
and that
jump
was enough for
like
me.
that. I don't remember
Yeah.
the point of the
And
game.
run into rocks and feel bad about it.
Jeff, do you ever watch the Angry Video Game Nerd?
I do.
He did a thing on Ghouls and Ghosts that was pretty good.
It's a fantastic franchise that spans the NES, the Sega, the Super Nintendo, and every single one of them is great. It's even an arcade game. It's a fantastic game. And if it's not on there, it's not worth buying a Sega Mini.
What a fucking arcade game that is. Do you have $700 to try to beat this game?
No, it would. You know what? I'm one of these days. I'm going to stream the arcade version and see just how many fucking lives I would have had to go through to beat this game. It is uncompromising. It is uncompromisingly difficult, and it laughs at your attempts to beat it.
Just remember the 3 rules. Get the knife, and get the knife.
And then back over the fucking holy water accidentally, and then be screwed for the rest of the game.
All right, you're up,
This is a
Jeff.
You are still up, Jeff.
I unfortunately don't have my original copy of this, and it goes for an absurd amount of money on eBay. But my first selection of the second round is Sunset Riders.
Good game.
It is a fantastic game, and the preferred version is the Sega Genesis version.
Never,
Two-player.
never heard of it.
Two-player co-op. Yeah, just tons of shit flying at you on the screen. Dynamite, buffalo herds. Take your shot, run around. Fucking great. Just stop listening to me. Stop watching this podcast. Subscribe first. Throw some bits at Mex so you can eat, and then go play Sunset Riders with a friend. It is better as a co-op game.
There was an arcade version of that, right?
There was an arcade version of that and a inferior Super Nintendo version of that.
I played the arcade version at the Hershey Park arcade.
Didn't they take out half their good games?
Yeah, I mean
Hershey
I think there's only one arcade left.
They had
That's
a
really funny.
Hercules pinball table there, which is like the size of a Buick, and the pinball is a pool cue
Yeah,
ball.
I remember that.
But last time I went to Hershey, it wasn't on. It was just sitting there.
Wait,
Jerks.
there's 3 arcades at Hershey Park.
There was.
There
There was
used to
one right
be.
when you first walked in the park. There was the big one, and then there was the dome one.
I don't remember the one from when you would walk in. I know there was always the one that was over by like the old school Western area, which they don't
Mhm.
really do Western anymore, and across from like the Kissing Tower go karts.
Hmm. The Great
That was
Barrel.
Yes.
that was the big one. That's the one that had all the old school shit. And then the last time I went there, which was a few years ago, most of the old stuff was gone, and they're slowly converting it all to like the ticket and token
Ticket
games.
games. That's what
Yeah.
people. That's what the kids like these days.
Yeah. By the way, Hershey Park was voted the #1 amusement park in America. Go us.
So
Yeah.
I'm by Kennywood, which is
Why
maybe
is that
10
so
minutes
big?
away. 10 minutes away from the most boring town in Pennsylvania, where I currently live.
Mine
Uh,
Town is still there.
so no, Kennywood is nice, but they sold it out of the family probably like 10 years ago, and it sucks now.
All right, small tangent. I was watching the Goldbergs 2 weeks ago, and they went to Hershey Park, but didn't do any research on it, so it was all wrong. All their stock footage was wrong. They went to Chocolate World, and it had like Hershey Park stuff. Hershey Park doesn't own Chocolate World. Hershey Foods owns Chocolate World. Whatever.
Get it right,
Earthworm Jim's the next
Goldberg.
game. Earthworm Jim's a really good game.
Going with Earthworm Jim.
Oh man, that was my next pick actually.
It's a good pick and a dead ringer to be on this console.
That's
Yeah,
Somebody's in
Yeah.
it to win it.
the first like 20 picks are all going to be us sniping like the most obvious, well-loved games.
Nope, I'm going fucking weird.
Oh no, I'm winning.
Earthworm Jim. Yeah, I still remember there was one level where you were like in hell, I guess, and they played like some like
piano
opera
tune in the
music or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still like have that playing in my head.
I remember just sitting there listening to the music. That was it.
Yes, yes, whatever
Yeah.
that is.
That was like level 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good game. I really
was a
liked
weird
Earthworm Jim.
My
Are you
wife
being
just
too
walked
loud
in
for
through
Mindy?
no. She just walked in through $50 on my desk and left.
But what we missed on the microphone was shut the fuck up. I'm closing the door.
We're good. I haven't gotten too excited yet, except for the Goldbergs getting everything wrong. They could have just asked. They could have called me. I would have told them the right things to say. Maybe gotten them some stock footage of the Super Duper Looper back in the 80s. It wasn't blue back then. It was gray. Anyways,
What?
All right.
All right, before
Steve.
we continue, who the fuck are the Goldbergs?
Is it a
it's a
TV show?
television show
It's a
on ABC.
TV show about the 80s.
Oh.
Like everything you
actually
remember
really good.
fondly from your childhood has been picked over as part of the script for the
Yeah,
show.
I really enjoyed that show.
Yeah,
It's
we
a good
haven't
show.
we haven't had TV since we moved into this house like 5 years ago. So if it's not on Netflix or Prime,
Buy an
It
antenna.
is on
It's
Netflix.
It's
Or
on
no,
the
it's
air
on
antenna.
Hulu.
I watch it off our air antenna. So,
we don't even have one of those hooked up.
all right, Steve, you're up.
I'm gonna go with. I actually had a shitload of fun with this game, so I'm gonna do Decap Attack. I think that's like a B to C rating for actually making it
a
on.
little early for Decap Attack on account
It's
of
a reach.
I was gonna pick that game because I really enjoy that game.
Yeah, I remember like the stupid bonus round where you have to pick a pathway and your little dude would just like start going through a circuit and trying to get to I think like the 1-ups or all the weird potions and shit that you never knew what they did. Yeah, I like have kind of vague memories of it, but good memories. So I want to see it, and I'm gonna throw it back on there.
All right. I
Good
mean,
stuff.
I like that game, so I hope it's on it. All right,
next 2 picks.
my second round pick is going to be Marble Madness.
Oh, it's such a good pick.
Yeah, that game was a ton of fun.
I saw that
Not
on the
really.
list and I was really confused because I remember playing a shitload of that on the just regular Nintendo.
Hmm.
And I was like, why is there a Nintendo game on the Genesis? So I was like, this is probably an error. And I just moved on.
No, I mean if it's listed on the Sega, I'm gonna count it as a Sega game.
Well, yeah, there's a
Well,
bunch of like
there
crossovers
are,
and stuff.
I think, 900 Sega Genesis games. So if they came out on anything in the area, probably on the Sega Genesis.
Yeah, there was a Mega Man game, and this was the era when they weren't really doing crossovers all that much.
Yeah. Okay, pick one. Round 3. We are gonna go with drum roll.